Welcome to video lecture series on digital image processing. I am Kanakaturka from St. Peter's Engineering College. Working as an associate professor in EC department, I want to discuss on image compression models. Objectives of the talk is to understand the compression model, to understand the block diagram of compression model. Prerequisites of the talk is what is meant by compression and should have the knowledge on communication block diagram. We will discuss compression is nothing but reduction of data size, and communication block diagram mainly requires sender, receiver and a channel. In order to send the information from sender to receiver, we require a medium, that is a channel. So in this image compression model, over in this we are going to call it as a encoder and decoder. We will discuss that. So normally the information will be passed from sender to receiver. So this we are going to call it as a sender, and this we are going to call it as a receiving session. So we have to send the information from sender to receiver. We require a channel. This is a channel. But in the image compression, nothing but in the image having represented data in terms of bits. If we reduce the data, we can send the more number of information through the channel. So that's why we are going to call it as a encoder session and decoder session. So observe in this scenario, the image going to be occupied with respect to 100 bits. The channel can have the occupation of 1000 bits. So in order to send the information of 100 bits, how many images it can able to send at a time is 1000 divided by 100, that is equals to 10. Nothing but 10 images can able to send at a time. If I reduce this number of bits over here from 100 to 10, if I reduce this from 100 to 10, it can able to send the data like 1000 divided by 10. Nothing but it can able to send 100 number of images at a time, or it can give the chance for the 100 users. Before it is only for 10 users, now it goes for 100 users. So in order to increase the number of users, we will go for the compressions that we will do across the encoding session. So image compression encoding session mainly does the compressions, and decoder will do nothing but whatever the reverse process of encoder does, it goes for reverse process of encoding will be called as the decoding session. So mainly in the image compression models we will have encoder, channel and decoding session. We want to transmit the information from encoding session to decoding session. So first the image will have the 100 bits, will send the information to the source encoder. The source encoder will remove whatever the redundancy of data has been present there. It reduces that redundancy data. Redundancy data is nothing but repetition of data. The repetition of the data will be removed in the source encoder side. So source encoder removes the redundancy data. Once nothing but I am assuming that only 10%, so it will have 90%. After that, this 90% of the data will be passed through the channel encoder. When we pass it through the channel encoder will remove the repetition of data that has been present in the coding session. So nothing but we can apply any image compression models in this, like Huffman coding, Hamming coding, or LZW coding or arithmetic coding. Any type of coding we can apply over here in order to reduce the image data size. So we will apply the coding techniques in the channel encoder session. So once it has been passed 50%, I'm assuming that it goes for the compression. So it goes for 45 of bits. This 45 amount of bits will be passed through the channel and it will be given to the channel decoder. The channel decoder will do exact reverse operation of channel encoder. Suppose I have applied over here half-band coding, I have to apply reverse process of half-band coding. If I have applied the Hamming coding in the channel encoder, I have to go for reverse process of Hamming decoding session across that. So whatever we have applied at the channel encoder session, the same technique we have to apply across the decoding session. Once we got that, this will be passed through the source decoder. The source decoder will reduce the data, the reverse process of source encoding of the thing. So in this, the source encoding, whatever it has been done, with respect to that, we are going to get the original image, which is approximately equals to the original image. So f cap of x comma y represents that the output image, which is approximately equals to the original image. Sometimes it may equals to f cap of x comma y. F cap can be equals to f, or sometimes f cap is not equals to f. If it is equal, it will be called as lossless data compression. If it is goes for not equals to, nothing but it is lossy compression. Nothing but whatever the image you are losing information, nothing, it is not equal, nothing but we are losing the information. That's why it will be called as a lossy compression models. If it is equal, nothing but this image is whatever is going to be equal exactly, we are getting same information. Whatever we have sent it, the same information we are going to receive across the receiving session. So that we are will be called as lossless compression techniques. The encoder is made up of source encoder, which removes the input redundancies, and channel encoder, which increases the noise immunity of the source encoder output. The decoder includes a channel decoder followed by a source decoder. The channel between the encoder and decoder is noise free. The channel encoder and decoder are omitted. The input image f of x comma y is fed into the encoder, which creates the compressed representation of input. It is stored for future and for later use, transmitted for storage, used for remote locations. When compressed image is given, the decoder is reconstructed with the output of image of f is generated. The encoded input and decoder output f of x comma y, f cap of x comma y respectively. The source encoder and decoder is responsible for reducing and eliminating any coding, interpixel and psychovisual redundancies of the input image. Encoder is used to remove the redundancy through the series of 3 input operations. And mappers, it is transform f of x comma y into a format designed to reduce interpixel redundancies. It is a reversible process. It may or may not reduce the amount of data to represent the image. Quantizer reduces the accuracy of the mapper output in the accordance to which pre-established the fidelity creation. This stage reduces the psychovisual redundancies of input image. This operation is irreversible. So that the encoder generates a fixed or variable length of code to represent the quantizer output to map the output in accordance with the code. In most of the cases, variable code and used to represent the mapped quantizer dataset. It assigns the shortest code words to the most frequently occurring the output values and thus reduces the coding redundancy. It is a reversible. Upon the completion of input image, it has been processed to the removal of all 3 redundancies. So observe in this the encoder session. In the encoder session, we have the original image f of x comma y, This image has been given to the channel encoder session. Over in this channel encoder session or symbol encoder session, you have to see how it goes for the quantization process. So first one, whatever the image has been there, that image repetition of data will be there. The repetition of the data we have to remove. That is going to be removed by the mapper. No interpixel of redundancies. Whatever the data has been repeated, that interpixel repetition of data will be removed. It can be reversible process. Next, it will be quantizer. It will be followed by a quantizer. So what does the quantizer does over here? Depending upon the step size of the data, it going to be compress the value. So in this, it cannot be, it is not a reversible data. Like when we are going to having different of the step size, we are going to lose the some of the information depending upon the input has to be followed. Next one is a symbol encoder. The symbol encoder is going to be compress the data structure in this using the coding techniques. It can be a reversible data. So in this we have to remember f of x comma y is a mapper, it is a reversible data, but quantizer, in order to follow the input bits of the image, we can take it out the different step sizes or the same step sizes for the quantization process. At that time we are going to be lose the sum of the data for the reduction of the sampled quantization of the values. At that time we are going to lose the sum of the data, so it will be called it is a irreversible process. And when come to for the coding session, it can be a reversible process at the symbol encoder. So mapper transforms the input data in a way that facilitates reduction of interpixel redundancies. Quantizer reduces the accuracy of the mapper output in accordance with some pre-established fidelity of the criteria. And symbol encoder assigns the shortest code to the most frequently occurring the output values. Decoder, in this channel decoder is going to be exactly reverse process whatever has been done by the encoding session, it goes for the reversible process. So it goes for reverse process of encoding will be called as a decoding session. So in this we will have symbol decoder, dequantizer and inverse mapper. So when you are going to get the data from the channel, it has to pass it to the symbol encoder. Whatever we have done across the symbol coder section, we have to do reverse process of it. And whatever the quantization like variable step size or fixed step size, depending upon that we have to, if I have used variable step size in the dequantization also, we have to use variable step size in the dequantization process. If I have used the fixed step size, we have to go for a fixed step size across the decoder session, and it has to be given for the inverse mapper. Whatever the mapper have done, like 110 is goes for A, I have to go for, if I am getting the A, you have to go for inverse mapper like has been 110. So but quantization is irreversible process. In general, quantization results of loss of data. So in reverse quantization block is cannot be included in the decoding of the block for getting the exact replication of the data. So conclusions are compression models. In this there are two types of compression models. One is lossy compression model, another one is lossless compression model. If whatever the image we have sent it across the transmitting session, the same image I am going to nothing but approximately the same image we are going to get without of losing of any information, we are going to call it as a lossless compression techniques or lossless compression model. If whatever the data have transmitted to the transmitting session, but the information has been lost across the receiving section, in order to retrieve back of the information cannot be possible, that type of compression model we are going to call it as a lossy compression model. Thank you.